Hello everyone, welcome back to Left on Red, presented by GoLoud with me, Julie Haynes.
And me, Brenda Dennehy.
Oh, we're
What's
laughing.
the crack? How are you getting on? What's the story?
Good. I actually travelled up to Dublin yesterday instead of this morning, so it was a lovely treat this morning, lying in bed late enough.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I brought up the twins yesterday. We went to see Shrek.
Nice, good.
Yeah, it was good crack. It was in the Board Gosh theatre, so yeah, it was lovely. But I was thinking, sitting there, I was like, even fucking Shrek can get a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Two mustaches.
What's the one's name again?
Fiona.
Mauling Fiona.
Mauling
I know we can't get anyone. Well, I can get off him now.
Fellas.
Yeah, I can get off him, yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I'm done.
Same.
Maybe until next week. No, I'm on kind of two old flames there. I'm messing around. Not messing around, I'm texting.
Yeah.
But they're just, when back in Ireland, the next few weeks, I was like, he might be around. See you there, boy. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Because we're actually sharing a hotel in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes, we are.
Brenda said, will I be sharing a room with you? And I was like, I don't know if the company are just going to give us 2 rooms or what. And she was like, I'm going to message them, make sure. Emailing your man, can I make sure I'm not in a room with Julie because she snores? I do not snore. Your one is just scared in case she gets lucky.
No, what I said was, I actually said it in a really nice way. I was like, look, I don't want to be replying in front of everyone else in the email thread, but I believe that Julie is a snorer and she doesn't want to upset me and she's afraid she's going to keep me awake all night. And I said, do you mind if we get 2 separate rooms? And I was texting a fella, right, going, you're on this date.
Yeah, well,
then of course,
you just CC'd me into that email. I would have wrote back then, like, no, actually, I don't snore. Brenda just thinks she's going to get lucky and she wants her own room.
This is it, right? I'm such a knickers, right? Because I'd be shitting it. Then the people in reception would know what I'm getting up to. Like, I was thinking about that and on. I was like, if I bring a fella back, they'll be there going, look at this carry on here now with her.
Yeah.
And I was thinking all this. I'm like a nun.
Yeah, you
honestly, come here. If overthinking was Olympic sport, I'd be bringing gold medals.
Yeah, 100%.
Always.
Go on, what's your story? Any news?
Got a bra fitting anyways. We were saying the last week, went into Marks and Spencer's and got a bra fitting. I will reveal the size later on. I put up a box getting people to guess what bra size it was. Never got more interaction in my life. Like the engagement was sky high. And some people saying 32AA, feckin' cheek of you. I know the girls have gone down, but in fairness, and this bra I've on now is way too big. Because you're one of Marks and Spencer's was trying to sell me the bra after, right? £30. £30. But you know what I was doing then, right? I was working with a correspondent guy on a story and your one was so sound and I was going around with the bra and I was like, fuck's sake, I spend the 30 quid now on this. And like, I went in to do it for Instagram and I needed the bra fit and all that. And I was like, what do I do? Because I feel bad and I'd be one of those dopes who would pay. But your man starts ringing me mad, this fella Greg. Yeah. And he was in a panic. And of course, I was like, Greg, can you hear me, Greg? And I was overdoing it then, with the bra. And I was kind of looking around. I was like, Greg, I've no reception here. What? Greg, are you okay? And like, I left the bra and I just legged it. Greg was like, are you all right? I go, sorry about that, actually. Obviously, I didn't tell poor Greg about the bra.
But that's what I done as well. The last time I went to Marks, so I got my measurements and then ran up to Penny's and bought
This is what I was going doing because Primark, our English listeners, Primark. Yeah, so then I just legged it and it was a grand old bra, to be honest. But you know what? It was a sports bra she was giving me and I like the all Nike sports bra. I like a branded sports bra. I don't want a M&S sports bra.
So you didn't go to Penny's to get your Nike? You weren't too sports?
No. I have the kind of sexy lacy ones. She actually told me padded wouldn't suit me.
Yeah, I like
the way the padded.
Yeah, I like the way.
But then if I'm not padded, I've got nothing at all. This one now you could wear as a hat, like the cup on the ones I've on now. You could put this on as a hat.
Yeah,
this would fit if you put my bra now on Aaron Rose's head and Fiona's head, it would cover the two in the rain. Seriously, this is how big this one is. But anyway, the big anticipation of what bra size was Brenda Dennehy and age. What do you think I am, Jewel?
32.
Do you think I'm an A?
Yeah.
I'm actually a B. How dare you? Who dare you?
Are you a B?
Yeah, Rochelle inside Marks Spencer's told me I'm a B.
Yeah, but that's your cup then, yeah.
Yeah, my cup. But then I was 36. So I lost 4 inches around my back. That's from tearing those roads now around London running.
Oh,
so I've gone down 4 inches, yeah. Did I tell you I was running?
No.
I actually put up in the box for the crack. Can you remember where you got your first bra? Actually, there was a message from one guy saying he was going up top. What do you say? Top up. What do you say when you're going up top again? What do you guys say? In the city. When I say going up top. The fellas topped.
Yeah.
We'd always say going up top. So he was going up top on a girl and obviously it looked like she was fuller than she was. But then he went up top and didn't chicken fillet fall out.
Oh Christ!
Like,
I'd
not a
say
one
that
you get
happens-
now in Sintra, like.
A raw chicken fillet. That
the
obviously happens
chicken-
a lot, I'd say.
Yeah, a lot. But another girl telling me, actually, do you ever put socks down yours? You've
No.
no problem with yours. Socks, she put down socks down a bra. I did the 2 bra thing. I've said that before.
Yeah.
Probably chance 3 at one stage. But she put tissue down her bra.
But I just don't understand why these girls don't get to maximise your assets
There's
and pennies. They're give you some
Sometimes, well, maybe you can't get the pennies and you're going out and you want to look like you've set up good, like big girls.
big girls,
you know?
True. So one of your responses was, my friend got a bra in 6th class and I begged my mother for one even though I didn't need it. 28
Whoa.
is what I was. I couldn't wait for it to be seen through my top. What the fuck, I hate wearing them now, girls. Yeah, isn't that weird? I couldn't wait for my period. No.
Oh no, you
Madness.
serious?
Yeah,
Why couldn't you wait for that?
just to feel old.
Oh my God. And when I got mine, I never forget it. I was shitting at telling my mother.
I had told my aunt.
Oh my God.
Right.
We'll have to get girls to message in about
Yeah,
that as well, the
That's
next
gas,
podcast.
isn't it? Yeah.
I remember thinking, like, what was happening, Maze, in I felt right that she was going to go mad to me or something.
But did you get the talk in school? We barely got talk.
We
in
know
school.
we just got the all television put
Oh,
out
we got
in
a
front of us,
television as
and the
well.
laughing and all that kind of stuff. And you see, you'd have the boys then. See, the boys at that stage would have had the wet dreams and stuff, wouldn't they?
I didn't have boys in my class. Never.
Oh,
did.
were you girls' school?
All girls.
Oh,
yeah.
we'd 4 boys in my national school.
Four in the whole school.
Oh no, in my class, we'd 12 only in my primary school. Just
12 in your class?
8 girls and 4 boys.
Oh,
So
fair.
there was 2 girls for every boy.
Oh, happy
They had
days.
a grand time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the boys, I suppose they were doing all sorts at that age, you know what I mean? But as a woman then, I felt like I'd done something wrong when I got mine. I remember being so frightened to tell her, and she was grand.
It's grand. It
Jesus
happens
Christ.
to us
So
all.
actually, the next podcast,
We'll talk about first
we'll
period.
talk about your first period and all that. And then some people get them very young. What age were you?
I think it's about 11 or 12.
Yeah, I was 11 or 12 as well. But some people get them very young.
Yeah.
Anyway, then some people are late developers in the boobies as well. Another one here. I brought my younger sister for her first fitting. She was mortified. The lady told her she was a 32A and her face went all red and she said, it's so embarrassing. I said, no, Claire, what's embarrassing is being 13 years older than you and I'm still an A cup. We still laugh because at one stage she got up to an E cup and I'm still waiting for puberty to hit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Oh, go on, Claire, girl. And the last response then was, not my first bra, but one Christmas, my older sister put voucher she got me in a Wonder Bra box, all wrapped up so lovely. She waited until my brother's friend, next door neighbour, was in the house and got me to open it in front of them. Only a teenager at the time. I was absolutely so embarrassed.
Mortified.
Back then, see, you would be embarrassed.
It would be embarrassing,
Another
yeah.
boy seen your bra, like.
Oh yeah, really embarrassing. So that's Kat. And then in the middle of it, oh my God, I won 30 quid on the Ballydesmond J Lotto.
See that?
Very efficient. And all anyone did, to my reply was, no, you can play off your very account. No, you can play off your very account, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I actually paid 25 quid. But during the week, I was getting phone calls. It was an 01 number, right? And I was thinking, again, was it like RT ringing me?
You're through to the very group. Just before we start, we need to know who you are.
Do you know well who I am? This is them ringing me. Very ringing me, looking for more money. Voicemails. Sure, I'm thinking Joe Duffy's ringing me for Liveline. The 01 number.
It's fucking very. Did they get out
Very.
at the end?
Well, they keep ringing me. I paid 25. They must be looking for the other 25, but I don't have it.
I panicked as well during the week and I actually paid €50 and I bounced back. I
Bounced back? How
You're
bounced
on my
back?
account probably.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that was the crack. Actually, walking here earlier, it was lashing rain and we
Yeah.
stayed in a hotel last night. Myself and the twins, and I had to park on like a car park. I know it's across the road from the hotel.
Yeah.
I was running over there and it was raining and I was trying to catch the twins' hands and I was kind of looking around the place and this taxi man pulled up and he says, "Are you alright?" I says, yeah. And he was like, "You look like you're lost. You need a hand. Are you alright?" And I was like, "She nearly cried."
Oh,
You
no.
know, the kind of elderly man,
Oh,
like
God,
in
love
fairness
him.
to him, just pulled up onto the step, like, you know, mounted
What
the
a
car.
nice
up.
man.
And he's like, "You were right there," because I was holding the twins. I was trying to pull the suitcase behind
Yeah.
me, but had their backpacks, had their iPads in my hands, tried to grab the lashing rain, and yeah, a Dublin
That's
Dublin
nice.
taxi man, yeah,
Nice.
taxi man driver, like
Nice little gestures.
So nice.
So, and you know that he'll be going home thinking about, she was so thankful to me, and you'll be thinking about him after.
Thankful, yeah.
Yeah, that was like me and the delivery driver woman last night.
Yeah.
I was telling you about the Morrison's delivery, like Morrison's, like Tesco and all that. A woman came at my groceries, which it's never a woman, it's always a man.
Yeah.
And she brought them up to my flat, outside my flat, and like Diana was her name, and like I got so emotional. It was a woman, and she'd gone to the effort, and we hugged and everything in the hallway. I was like putting my arm around Diana, and like,
how did you know her name? Did you
because
ask
they
her?
tell you, give a text, Diana will be there, Ali will be there, Pablo will be there. And then I saw Diana and I was like, Diana, a woman!
Yeah.
But I gave her a hug and everything, going to get on to her manager. But last night when I got home, I finished around 9. Around 9 o'clock, right? Beep, the buzzer. And the buzzer's fucking loud in my place now. And I said, it was another woman. I wasn't expecting anything, right? And she looked fairly offish. I was like, it's the TV licence. They're on watch. And I put out my head out the window because I'm up the first floor, so they'll never be able to get in just outside my door.
Yeah.
So I'll always have the head out like I'm nearly onto the street. But no, it was another delivery, so it wasn't them anyway. But I do have a letter I will open. I have a letter in my hand that I think is
Brenda
from
has a letter in her hand. It's
the TV licence. I think it is. It is the legal occupier. Flat B. I'm not going to give my address, but I have a yeah, it is. It's TV licence again. This is the first time I've opened it, so it's in red. Official notice from Oxford Enforcement Division. You are in breach of the Communications Act if you watch or record TV programmes. As we still have no record of TV licence distress, by law we have no option but to continue with our investigation. You should now expect a visit from the Oxford Enforcement Officers. If enforcement officers find evidence of illegal TV viewing, you could be interviewed under caution in accordance with national criminal law, which could lead to prosecution. The maximum penalty is a criminal conviction, okay, and £1,000 fine.
What are you going to do? Are you going to pay it?
I'd say I'll have to play it in bits and bobs. It's getting a bit serious now. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's people calling. But how are they going to get in? I put the head out the window. I just say,
Do you
don't
have a
speak
telly?
English. I have a telly, but like, I don't watch BBC and stuff on it like that. I only watch like Netflix and all those bits, you know what I mean? So that's my bit of the news anyway. We'll have to get the listeners in to vote in. Should I pay it or not?
Nobody in Ireland's paying it.
Well, that situation that happened there, and like sad to hear what happened Ryan Tuberty now. The latest news. Do you know what happened there?
No.
Oh,
I thought he's
Jesus,
back.
you're worse than my sister.
Is he coming back? I thought he's come back in air.
Oh,
back.
Julie, come here. Seriously.
What's wrong with
Stop.
him?
He's not coming back on air at all. Where were you the last 24 hours? I don't even live in this country and I know.
Go on.
It was on Sky News even. He's not going back. Could be in here now soon, the studio. Not our studio doing podcasts with us, like, but I'm saying...
You might be.
Could be in with the two of us now. Talking about his bra size. You know? I think he's not bad though. I'd shoot
Oh,
him.
for fuck's sake.
He's very my type.
Yeah.
Pat Kenny's not bad either.
I'd rather Pat Kenny.
Would you rather Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not bad.
I like him.
Yeah.
Where's he now?
He works in this building.
What does he?
Oh Christ! Yeah, so that was my week. I'm going
Happy
to pay.
days.
You're going to have. Listen, we're in it together. You're going to have to pay your TV license. We're in it together. We're paying the ferry together. You're going to have to pay the TV license.
Should mine keep bouncing back?
Oh, yeah, sure, feck it.
Last week, both myself and Brenda were chatting about weighing ourselves and like how we're up and down at all different times of the days. So a lovely loyal listener, Kara, emailed into us and she said, "Hi girls, regarding the scales. I stand on the scales every morning after the loo and before I eat. The reason I do this is to understand my weight more and come to terms with the fact that it goes up and down daily. But it's my overall weekly balance of weight that's important. It has totally changed and balanced my views on the scale and I no longer fear it. When I was weighing myself weekly or the odd day here and there, my views on it were different and distorted because I didn't understand those reasons behind day to day, like hormones, etc. that you mentioned last week. There was a time when I looked in the mirror and thought, okay, looking okay this morning. Then I would step on the scale and be up a pound. And my perception of what I looked like changed completely. I would think I looked heavier just because the scale said so. It's not for everyone, but it works for me now. Thanks, girls."
Totally get that.
Are you weighing yourself?
No.
You don't weigh
I
yourself?
just had to weigh myself because with the running, I was after noticing. Because I was after putting on a stone very easily. I had said that it crept up very easily. I put on weight very easily. I really
did too.
do.
I think that's so as we're getting older though.
Well, I've always been one, and I know people are like, "Oh, you're slim. You don't you've no idea how long it took to get off what this was that I put on during the nights and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't. I only weighed myself probably 2 weeks ago just to check.
Yeah.
because I was wondering, oh, what was I now? And I was like, oh, right, okay, that's down. Didn't realise it was actually a stone I was after losing.
Did you lose a stone the last
I lost
couple of
the
weeks?
stone, yeah.
That's after all your
Yeah,
running
but that just
stone,
had
or-
to come off. It had to come off. But should you, like, I was going into Marks and Spencer's coming out with Percy pigs. I couldn't go in and not get them.
I
Whereas now
know.
I'm going and getting nuts.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and it's not that I won't eat the Percy pigs. I had some Percy pigs yesterday. But, you know, with the running and all that, I suppose you have to eat for the running. It's not that I'm starving myself or anything. But I suppose I'm
Eating more protein.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah,
and
but
more
the-
healthier.
Yeah, but as I said last week, for me, if I was on the scales, it's mad. And if I saw that I was up, I'd binge then. I'd go wild. I'd be like, fuck this. And I'd eat more. And it should be the other way around. You should be like, I'm going to control myself now. And when you're down, you'd be like, oh, I won't eat that much there now and everything.
It's a
you know?
comfort thing. I find
Isn't it?
food, I turn to food for comfort.
Yeah.
Do you know, like that now if I stood on the scales and I seen I was up £2, instead of saying, oh my God, I have to like put up my socks here now with the diet or whatever, I'd go into the fridge and open the fridge and
You
eat.
would?
Yeah.
This is it. But I think then you'd see, I know some girls as well, like they weigh themselves every couple of hours and everything.
I used to be like that as well. I stopped though. I do have a weighing scales at home, but like that now would be like maybe once a week, once every fortnight.
And then actually years ago, I would, and this is like I will admit this because it might help someone else listening. Like I probably was. You see, I was years trying to fit with my body identity because I've been a size 6 and I've been a size 16. And then when you're going, what actually, you know,
What works for me? Like what works for you probably wouldn't work
yeah,
for me. Or
but
vice
I
versa,
remember
like.
anywhere I'd go on holidays, right? I remember being under 7 stone at one stage, right? I was very skinny. And I remember the first thing I wanted to do when I went on holidays was find a weighing scales to weigh myself when I landed over. And, you know, it could be in Spain or somewhere. And I'd be walking mad and everything. I'd be eating and everything. But it was like, you know, I was down to that size. And I thought that was okay. Obviously, when I look back, I'm like, that was not okay.
Yeah.
But disordered eating, I would say probably. But the first thing I'd do was find where the tobacco shop was and where was the weighing scales.
Yeah.
Like, that's terrible. But no, I wouldn't dream of it. Yeah, that's interesting now, isn't it?
Yeah. Another thing that we were chatting about last week was having a favourite child.
I can't get over this. I'm so innocent when it comes to this.
Yeah, I definitely said that. My mum loves my brother and my poor old dad used to love me. So we got loads of responses. The first one here I see is, my parents had a favourite and she never showed up to my father's funeral.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I have another one here. My eldest brother was mom's favourite growing up, but it's now me that we're older.
Yeah, I think though, as I was growing up, I hated my mum. My mum fucking used to kill me, like, because I suppose, like, I was a hormonal teenager, like, you know, it was hard fucking work. But now we're best friends.
Oh, you're the best of friends.
Best of friends. When I was 15, 16, I wouldn't go out for dinner with my mum if she paid me.
And then
Would you when you were that age?
I probably would have, but I think when you get older, you appreciate them more.
Yeah.
You
And you
know,
could chat to them.
chat to them more. Like I would ring my mother every single day, and people find that odd.
No, I wouldn't at all.
You know, a few people at work like they'd be like, "We on the phone." I'm like, "Oh, because see, when I ring my mother, I might be like, hi girl," and I'd be poor Cork. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, "Who are you on the phone to?" I was like, "My mother."
Yeah.
And you know, they're like, "Do you ring your mother every day?" I'm like, "Every day." I could not ring my mother every day. Some people find that odd.
No, it's not one bit odd. I'd be the same. But yeah, no, definitely growing up, I wouldn't be half as close to my mum.
Yeah. And were you close to your dad when you were growing
I
up?
wouldn't be talking to him now about periods and boyfriends
Yeah,
and
you
stuff
wouldn't.
like that.
You couldn't
but
talk to your dad about periods. Your
he'd drop back in.
he'd be throw his head into the egg.
Yeah,
He would like
the point,
He would. The next one's very sad. I was always Dad's favourite. He passed away 6 years now, and I can't bond with my mum.
Yeah, do you know what? I kind of understand that as well, because I feel like you're no longer a child, you're no longer a daughter. I feel like now I'm nearly mothering my mum, making sure, like, did you get the shopping in now, Mum? What did you eat today? Do you know?
Yeah.
They nearly become a child.
Yeah.
Do you know? I feel like I'm not a daughter, really. Do you know? It probably sounds so stupid now, but like things change so much when you lose a parent. Your life just turns upside down and inside out. You just all of a sudden start caring for the other parent. Like going on holidays now, I'm like, Mum, why don't you come along? Or if we went away for a weekend, I'd be inviting my mum. Whereas before, I probably wouldn't have, as do you know, because she had my dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, things really change.
Maria, the next one.
For my 21st, I got a new knickers and a bra that didn't fit. My brother got a motorbike.
Oh my God. And there are circumstances like that where someone will get something absolutely amazing, a car or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the other child will be given something else. Another one here. My brother's name and birthday are all of my mom's passwords. Safe to say he's the favourite then. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Definitely the favourite.
I was my parents' favourite until my brother arrived 14 years later. Fucking fuming.
And there's one here, and I must ask you about this. I have a different favourite child each day depending on who annoys the most, me the most. Can you say, have you a favourite in Fiona and Rose?
in their little qualities, the little things that they do, like, oh, no, I wouldn't have a favourite at all.
Do you think you'd ever have a favourite?
No,
I don't think you could with twins.
no.
I don't know why, but it just makes me uncomfortable hearing someone. So that's the family I grew up in, that there was no favourites.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I couldn't have.
Actually, it's funny because with the 2 dogs at home, if someone said that Jake was their favourite, me and my sister would be so insulted.
Because
We'd be like, how dare you, Winston's there.
Yeah,
do you know what I
I
mean? Or if
know.
they might say I prefer Winston over Jake, we'd be like, don't leave Jake here.
But hardly somebody would say that, would they?
Well, they might, yeah. We get very odd then over the dogs.
Yeah,
You know, or
dog
someone-
mom.
We'll say, yeah, or do you know, if my nieces and nephews were at home in Ballydesson, we usually have to put the 2 dogs outside. And obviously me and my sister have no kids, but if we were at home, because we'd be very cautious around, children and dogs, still, even though they're great dogs.
Yeah.
But then Jake and Winston would be outside, and me and my sister would be like, dogs are outside now.
Oh, because
Look at the poor dogs.
Yeah. Put the nieces out the back.
You know what I mean? Look at the poor dogs. I'd be like, look at the poor dogs, Julie.
Yeah,
Two outside, you know. So, yeah, it's wild what goes on in families, isn't it?
Oh, come here, top of
Yeah.
families. I put up a question box last night and I was like, leave me know if you're married or maybe have a long-term partner and you feel extremely lonely, maybe comes in from work or she comes in from work and just knows in the phone, or maybe goes up to his spare room and just goes on PlayStation or whatever. The amount of messages I
I'm
got
not
in,
surprised.
it's actually frightening. It's so
Flooded.
Flooded.
Well,
I never ever got so many messages, so I'm going to read out some of them there as well.
yeah,
Kate.
go for it.
Hi girls, love the podcast. So I'm in my mid-30s, still live with my parents with my child. Father of the child thinks we are in a relationship, but he has a funny way of showing it. Can go over 2 weeks without seeing our child, and when he comes to see him, he sits on his ass and does absolutely nothing bar have his nose stuck in the phone. He literally has never done anything to help me with our child. I feel stuck because my parents would be very old school and think because we have a child we have to stay together. I can't afford to get my own place and it's really, really bringing me down, girls. I can't love a man who takes me for granted and doesn't bother to look after his child. Yes, he gives me money, but sure, what good is that when I'm stressed to the eyeballs, working a full-time job and then another full-time job at home raising our young child?
Oh, that's so sad, isn't it?
So fucking sad like that. He just, he just calls in whenever he wants, and then when he is there, he barely looks at the child and just sits there on his phone.
Part-time dad. Not even part-time dad, just a passerby.
And the fact that they're still together. It's hard, and she just feels stuck then because, as she said, her parents are old school.
Yeah, I think there's so many, from the reaction that you got on your page, there's so many people who are just feel stuck and lonely, just for the sake of it, just to even say that they're in a relationship with someone, for the sake of the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
for the sake of the kids. I got another one here. Hi girls, love the pod. I'm married to my husband 5 years, together since we're 17 and we're now 34. We have 3 children, but the last 4 or 5 years it has been a loveless marriage. We don't sleep together or talk about things. We just live in the same house raising kids. We have never had a proper conversation to say we're over, but we both don't want to leave over the kids and not wanting to upheave their lives. If I had no kids, there would be no question I would be gone in the morning, but feel I am stuck until my kids are at least adults. I grew up in a one-parent house and I don't want that for my kids, but at the same time, my 10-year-old daughter asked me the other day, do me and their dad love each other because we don't act like people who do? And it breaks my heart, girls.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
What do you think you would do? You said, you have the twins there now, and if you were with, do you want to say their father or else another guy? Well, just say,
That was playing a stepped-up dad or
well,
whatever.
not even a stepped-up dad. I suppose if it was their father or whatever and things were different and... would you, and you just wanted things to be okay, would you stay in it for the sake of it, or would you be gone?
Walked. It was so hard to walk. It was probably the hardest thing I ever done, pack a bag and just walk out of that house. I'll never ever forget it. But now looking back, I'm like, I done the right thing.
You did the right thing. And what do you think if it was a stepped up dad? No, what would you do the same? Would you just say, oh look, I've got a guy there now and he's, their stepdad and, it's...
And if things
I
are
have a fella now, but it's just not really working out, but it all looks hunky-dory on the outside and the kids like him, what would you do?
And if it wasn't work, I'd walk as well.
Yeah, I think you'd have to...
And I know it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
And especially when there's kids. But I would want my Erin Rose to look up and be like, this is how a man should treat a woman. Or Fionn to look up like, this is how,
Yeah.
No, I would definitely go. I'd walk.
Yeah.
And I know it's easier said than done. And there's a lot of women that had messaged and said, you know, I feel stuck. And I did feel stuck as well. But one evening, I remember I just packed 3 of our bags and I walked out. And looking back at the time, I was like, oh my God, did I do the right thing? But it does take time. And you look back like, Jesus Christ, that was the best thing I ever done for me and the kids. Do you know? So, yeah, definitely. And it is easier said than done.
Of course. There's one here. I'm married 13 years and I have a 4-year-old. He works 16-hour shifts, so all we do is go to bed together. At the weekend, he just sits watching TV or on his phone. The odd time he'll play with the little one. Live an hour from friends and family, so I might be married but still feel very alone.
Yeah.
See, not as all rosy just because you've got the house, the mortgage, the kids. What's inside in the house then is,
What happens
it's not the
behind
same
closed
picture.
doors,
Yeah,
like?
it's very true.
I think as well, once kids come along, it's just so hard to find time for each other.
Yeah, there's another one here. My partner is training to be a surgeon and it's so lonely. He's great when we're together but has to put so much time into work, being on call, training and exams. And to top it off, he gets moved around by the HSE every 6 months, so I don't even have time to settle somewhere really or get into a routine. That's hard as well because you're going around having to make friends and new communities. That's very tough.
And there's no kids there, is there? I think he's just training to be a surgeon.
Just training to be a
Would
surgeon.
you stay with him if he was like career driven now and you had to kind of upheave your lives every 6 months and...
Oh, see, I'd be on the other side of kind of going, well, I'm staying here because this is my career. I'd be
Yeah.
a bit like that because why I'm not bothered about me genuinely now. I know people probably think even from last week's podcast about after your man walking out on me, you know, like I've no intention genuinely of settling down with anyone, and like I'm moving on. But the reason I'm not ready to settle down or I've no thoughts about getting engaged because I'm moving on with my career.
You're more career driven.
I'm in a different world altogether in a year's time in my career.
Yeah.
So I don't want to settle down with anyone. So if I met a guy and he was like, oh, I have to move around the world there, well, I'd be like, well, I'm doing my career as well, so off with you.
Off with you.
You know, the right man will, you know, I'm all about timing, law of attraction and all that. So off with him.
Off with him.
Off with him.
I know a lot of farmer wives would relate to this one. Hi girls, my fella is always working. He has a full-time job and helping his dad with the farm when he's finished work. He's gone at 5:30 a.m. and never home before 9 o'clock at night. By the time he's home, has his dinner and a shower, I'm already asleep. He works all day Saturday on the farm as well, so Sunday is the only day we see him if the farm isn't too busy. Summer is worse. He takes holidays out of his full-time job to do silage, which means he's gone early and not home till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We don't get holidays together because he uses them all doing silage. I work part-time and have a little boy who is a lot of work. Feels like I'm completely on my own. It's so lonely. Have one close friend that I rarely see because she is very busy and I never have anyone to mind my child. Anytime I bring it up to my fella, he says, well, I'm trying to make money so we will be able to build a house. Girls, money isn't everything. I'm absolutely
Totally get it there.
Yeah. Yeah, she said she was crying writing that message, which is hard because I get what he's doing. In fairness, he's a grafter. He's out working. He's trying to, you know, save all the money so they can build a house. But then she's stuck at home then on her own.
Yeah,
like.
very lonely. Especially genuinely now during the silage days. You don't see anyone.
I know.
Don't see anyone the silage days. A lot of my friends, they're married to silage men.
Yeah.
The summer you don't see them.
You don't see them.
It's silage. They're picking silage over sex. That's a fact.
Silage
No, it
over
is.
sex,
They're
it's true.
actually silage over sex. You don't see them. I've been at my friends' houses. They don't come home till 2:30. They're actually like nearly having an affair with the bales, eh?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And I wonder, did she know how much of a grafter he was before
Yeah.
they actually got married? Because there is things that we learn. Like my mum used to always say, oh, marry him, and he's a different story. He's a different man altogether. So I asked on my Instagram last night about things you learned about your husband or wife or long-term partner after years of spending with them. And these are some of the responses we got.
This one, no, I had to look at this twice before I read it. My husband had an affair with my best friend. She stood beside me at the altar. The loneliness is horrible and I don't know who I can trust. Finally joined a dating app and have my first date in 25 years on Sunday. Wish me luck.
Best of luck.
Isn't that some neck? Best friend having an affair with your...
Maid of honour.
Yeah.
So she was the maid of honour and she went on with...
Yeah.
Like
I heard a story and it was a guy at the wedding who was actually at it. But basically they got married, whatever, and then the maid of honour and the groom were up and at it. They were at it.
That was just them, was that?
No, but that wasn't at the wedding. This was at the wedding. And I was like, go away, you're telling me lies. He was like, no, I'm serious. It was da-da-da, da-da-da.
Oh.
And then they're all over now. It's all over. The marriage is all over?
I would, what would you do?
At the
What would
wedding.
you do if you were the bride and you're
at
maid
the
of honor?
wedding. Imagine. If that was me, I'd be like, listen, I'm so embarrassed. You've actually made a holy show of me. I don't care. Like, it is what it is.
Drive
It's
on.
finished.
Yeah, but again, it's
I couldn't
easier
be a
said than
doormat.
done.
Of
Like, I
course.
couldn't.
Absolutely.
No, I
Absolutely.
couldn't. 19 years married, girls, with kids, found out he had an affair with my sister-in-law during early years of our marriage. And I asked her, I said, what sister-in-law was it? Like, and she was like, so it was her, the one that messaged in, her brother's wife.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And did the brother know?
She never said.
And then we see the thing is, would you tell them then? Do you know? Because you're ruining another family then.
And it's all in-house, like.
All in house.
So what would you do?
Oh, my God.
Like, isn't that just
Isn't it?
awful, like?
The stuff that goes on. But again, like, this isn't EastEnders. Like, this is real life. Oh, what shouldn't have said EastEnders?
No,
Coronation Street. We're changing it to Coronation Street.
my best friend found out her husband was a cross-dresser when she moved in with him.
I've heard stories like that. Katie Price's fella Alex Reid was doing that.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
How would you
know
take
what?
to that?
No, I'd be gone.
How would you take to a fella putting on makeup?
No. Even getting the eyebrows trimmed, I'd be like, no. Not
Yeah.
trimmed, I wouldn't mind trimmed, so I'm lying there like waxed, like shaved.
Yeah.
Don't.
Because I was watching something there and it was Vanderpump Rules actually. And your man and the woman, she was like, hey, you've got my concealer, Jax. And your man had her concealer. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But it's funny because the odd
Was it
time.
her fella?
Yes, her fella.
Oh, God.
But you see, it's funny then because I'd see some of the TV presenters going around with makeup on and I'm like,
See,
for TV, I know, but like,
yeah, TV grand.
I know, but then it's just kind of like, I don't know, but I'd be too bad about it. A fella wearing makeup.
Oh, no.
I was in Brown Thomas there on the beg for Tom 4 testers. I made up an all fib there. I was like, I'm buying a big bottle for my mother. I want to know which one she likes.
Was that
So
what
I
you
went
were
in and
late?
got
Oh,
them, yeah,
spraying
it was
perfume.
late. And I'm seeing a lad there getting his makeup done. He looks stunning, actually. So
Oh,
then it
they're
came into my head.
gorgeous. But like,
I know.
gorgeous, but I would not like my fella to be
Do you know
wearing
actually, he listens to the podcast and he puts on Vaseline on his lips a lot.
makeup. Who?
It's my friend. It's like he's putting on lipstick sometimes and I'm looking at him and I'm like, what's going on there? He put on Vaseline.
Yeah, no. No wonder we're single.
I know, aren't we? Jesus.
Ah, for
Anyway, I've got a
fuck's
funny one to finish on that
Go
now.
on.
I was bridesmaid for my sister and accidentally signed the license in the wrong place and was married to the best man for 6 months without knowing it.
Jeepers.
Yeah, she obviously got an annulment.
I'm shocked.
Do you know what that is?
Shocked.
Shacked! We should get Julie actually a mug with I'm shacked on it for any of the new listeners. Julie's spellings,
Can't spell, basically.
she's just listening. I'm no Einstein myself, but Julie just isn't the best with spellings. And one time on her Instagram, she put up something like she was being so dramatic, and she'd write instead of I'm shocked, she had I'm shacked. So anytime we now say shocked, we always go I'm shacked. I'm shacked. We be saying I'm shacked, like
Shocked.
shacked. So I think we should get you a mug saying I'm shacked. And what I love as well in this part of the podcast, Julie has 5-year-old twins, Fionn and Erin Rose. So we have a little game for Are You Smarter Than Your 5-year-olds? So it's like 5 general knowledge questions that like, we'll say a 5-year-old should be able to answer. Okay, so first of all, I have to laugh because in one of your ads this week,
Yeah.
you were doing an ad for a lovely company and you said, like for an ad now in fairness, being professional and everything. And that's a really good brand. Montgomery, what is it again?
Lifestyle.
Yeah, like so I know the guy he's married to is actually from where I'm from. So I know him from old. But anyway, you were promoting face clots. But she spelled clot. So she was promoting face clot. So it was like a blood clot. I couldn't. I was like, no. And you know what as well? Do you know you had relationship? I can't believe what you put relationship into. You actually sent it into the group as well. You were like, what about your relationships issues? Jesus, I'll actually give you the screenshot and spell it out. Or WhatsApp group, the podcast group. I'll give you a screenshot and I'll get you to read it out to the listeners. But your quiz first. We're going to start with a spelling. On the bonus episode last week, you couldn't spell hypocritical. This week, you're going to spell it on the main episode. Spell hypocritical. Question number 1.
HYPRO.
No.
Hypra. HYP. Hypra. C.
No.
HYPR. I don't know. I'm gone.
Say the word.
Hypocritical.
Say it again.
Hypocritical.
HYPOCRITICAL.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. Go on.
Okay. What is the biggest lake in Ireland?
Derg.
Loch Ness.
Is there a Lake Derg?
There is Loch Derg, yeah.
Yeah.
as Brown Thomas also opened their Christmas store this week, which is absolutely feckin' ridiculous. How many reindeers does Santa have? You should know this because
Well,
Pioneer
No. No?
9. And I was actually going to get you to name one of them, but you'll only know one.
Dasher,
Yeah,
Prancer,
yeah,
Rudolph,
yeah.
Dancer,
No. Yeah, sorry, yeah,
Dancer, Vixen.
yeah. You're going well.
Give me one of the letters.
C. It's in the sky.
Cruiser,
No, it's in the sky.
Circuit,
Circuit, sky. Comet. Another
yeah.
C. He's a fella with an arrow and not much. You don't get much of it.
Come.
Oh my God, you dirty young. No, Cupid. Love.
Oh yeah, Cupid. Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Right, okay. I'll name them out so it's 9. It's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph.
There we go.
Right, okay. And as Alan Clark is our special guest on our podcast show, which is live next week, we cannot wait. What colour is the Mayo jersey?
Yellow, blue,
No, that's Tipperary.
green,
Yes.
green,
And
white.
no. Green and white is Limerick.
Green and yellow.
No. Kerry. One more guess. You've gotten none so far. This is disgraceful.
Green and red.
Yes!
Yay!
1 out of 5. Okay. Your last one. Who invented the Dyson?
Oh, John Dyson.
You were kind of near. It's James Dyson.
Oh,
I thought, no, you trick one with that. Okay, and what I'm going to do for special, I'm going to get you to read out how you spell relationship, okay? Can you read that out there for the listeners?
Okay, how I spelt relationship on my stories
Yeah.
yesterday was REALSONSHIP.
I've no words. I've really... It's real sonship. So that's going to be your word for next week.
I practiced that one so all week.
So you'll be
You
saying...
could ask me that
You'd
night.
be asking fellas, and are you in a real sonship? I'm not looking for a real sonship.
When was your last real sonship?
When was your last real?
How long was your real out?
Yeah, be fella know on tube like I haven't been in a real sonship. No in like 4 years or whatever it is. Oh God, right.
And just to finish up this episode, as you know, every week we chat about our icks. My ick this week is really tight car spaces.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was in one yesterday, and I mean when I say it was tiny.
Was it a multi-story?
Yeah, and I actually couldn't get out of my driver's door, so I had to climb back into the back and get out the back door.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's how tight they were. Extremely tight.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Could you drive it out after then?
I reversed it in. Some
I
driver.
always reverse in as well, Jewel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
easier to reverse in.
I never drive in. I remember before I parked in Paul Street in Cork and I wasn't driving that long and I couldn't get it out, so I had to get some random man to
help
yeah?
to
And he was
yeah.
driving down, yeah. He could have fled. He couldn't have done Patrick Street with it.
I know.
Look, yeah,
Try
I
right
did.
down Patrick
I was
Street.
nearly crying because I was like, oh my God, I don't know whose car it was, but I'm going to be killed, I'm going to be killed, I'm going to be killed. And I was like, I'm going to scrape it. And I was like, will I just tear it? And then I was like, no, I'll just ask your man. He did it for me.
It's the feckin' pillars in the car park.
Yeah.
They're very
Oh
nice.
my God.
Yeah,
And you have
yeah.
a big Jeep.
I have the Jeep, yeah.
Julie the Jeep. Julie the Jeep.
Julie Jeep.
Julie Jeep.
Go on, what's yours?
My one is when I was coming back on the train last week, actually, from here, there was a girl and she was on loudspeaker on the phone, but the roaring she was doing now. You know, she was just behind me and she was on the phone loudspeaker. There was no need.
So she was chatting to somebody on
Chatting
the
to some
phone.
lad, yeah. She said, all right, you know what I mean, darling, and all this kind of stuff, you know. And
I was he on
roaring.
loudspeaker.
He was on loudspeaker.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was coming back and I was tired and stuff like that. And look, I had to do like a 12-mile run the next morning. So
you have to get that in
13
there.
miles tomorrow.
Yeah.
And do you know what I did? Do you know what I feckin' did? I was like, right, two can play that game. Because I was going to go, do you mind putting that down? I didn't want to be one of them. I put on my own Instagram, put it up loud, and it was actually Sandra Murphy's story. She was chatting away about something, and your one behind me couldn't hear your man
out,
anymore.
yeah.
And she said, I can't hear you. And of course, I was there playing Sandra,
Tit
knowing
for
well.
tat,
So then
come
she weren't
on,
lamping
girl.
it. Yeah, yeah. I'd be like that. I'd be a bit petty like that.
Pet
Yeah.
out. Another one that came in from one of our listeners is the monkey covering his eyes emoji. I love that.
I don't mind that one.
I like him as well. Don't mind him.
I don't mind that one at all. Anklet socks. See, it depends if it's a man or a woman.
Yeah, I don't mind them on a girl, but not a fella.
Oh, this one, no. Oh, if I see anyone passing the street doing this to me, I actually say to them, that's sick. Spitting out the car window.
Yeah, rotten. Spitting in general, just rotten.
It's just, keep it fecking in.
Oh,
There's no need for it. There's no need.
A fella tying a jumper around their waist.
I don't mind that.
No, I wouldn't like that now either.
Do you like it around their neck?
Oh, no.
Fancy, yeah, you're not able to.
You'd like that.
I'd be kind of into that now.
You'd be into that.
I wouldn't mind a bit of that.
No, I wouldn't then. No, just hold it.
I would mind that. A stink of stale coffee and stale fags off someone's bread. Have you ever shifted a lad and he's got taste of fags off him?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Do you not mind that?
No.
I love the smell of cigarettes still even as an ex-smoker.
Yeah, I love a smell.
Have you smoked, no?
Yeah, I did smoke. I smoked.
Can
for
imagine
years.
you with a cigarette. Do you have a cigarette in the night out?
10 jam player balloon and
You'd be a jam player, yeah. Or major.
Or Benson's.
Benson's, yeah.
No,
You'd be a
jam player
Benson
balloon.
head, all right.
No, I wouldn't smoke at all anymore, no.
Yeah, she said 2 guys used to hop on my bus to Dublin every morning, 90-minute journey, stinky of stale coffee and stale fags. Yeah, I know what you mean. Absolute cat, she says. Yeah, I don't like that either. No.
This girl, oh my God, I can relate to this. I gave myself the ick having my mum as my emergency contact. Girls, I'm 34. Who do the other single people put down?
My mother's mine as well.
My mother's mine as well.
My mother's mine.
Yeah,
Proud
same,
of it. She's on my
same.
passport and all.
Yeah, same here, girl. So it's not a nick.
It's not an ick. It's
unstable.
not, you know what? You have your mother on, it's privilege.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's another one. When the woman is taller than the man in a couple.
No, that would bother me. Would you go out with a smaller fella?
I tell you, there's a lad doing rounds around the office, and I tell you, he's a few foot smaller than me, but the all arrogance I'm turned on by.
Do you like a smaller fella? So yeah.
Not technically. I like them tall, but the swagger.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
my taste is going very subjective. Do you know what that? It's changing, like. Do you know the typical old man I'd been
Yeah.
to before? I'll be honest with you, like before now, I don't know about an Irish lad there now, but any kind of
Anything goes
anything
now.
goes there now.
Anything-
Going out to our night down Edgware Road, it's where all the Arabs are in London.
Oh,
I like the Arabs, me.
Do you like the
I'm mad for the Arabs. I'm mad for
What
the
do you
Arabs.
like about them?
I'm so drawn to them. It's like, do you know when I went to Abu Dhabi first to see my sister, and they're all wearing the kanduras. Do you know the long,
Yeah.
like the dress? They're like,
Yeah.
you know. I was like, God, I wouldn't be into a fella like that at all. But I tell you, been over and back a few times, I'd be wanting a bit of that. What's under that? I'd be kind of, yeah. Oh yeah, I'd be any kind of anything goes now. I haven't gone there yet.
Oh, not
But
yet.
I might be going there soon.
Tomorrow night
We'll
even?
see down the Edgware Road. Yeah. So,
Actually, talk about Dubai and stuff. I was over at Spike Island during the week with the
how did you
twins.
get on?
Brilliant, very good.
Good.
And as I was out on the island, this woman came up from behind and she was like, Julie, I have to stop. And I was like, yeah, you're right. She was like, I'm actually over from Dubai. She was like, I live over there with my
No
partner.
way.
They have 3 kids and everything. Yeah, the 3 kids were with them. And she said, yourself and Brenda keeps me going.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Spike Island. Yeah, it was lovely. And then yesterday I was in Penny's with the twins and this girl tapped me in the shoulder. She's like, I have to say hello. And she got a selfie as well. And she's like, I'm home from Dubai. She's teaching out there. She's like, yourself and Brenda's podcast. She was like,
Stop,
the worst.
Jule.
Yeah, she said, I'm home the
I'm
last
weak.
month. She's going home on Tuesday. And she says, my biggest regret is that I didn't know about your podcast being live.
my
She's like, I would have
God.
booked it longer.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 2 girls from Dubai in
That's
1 week.
amazing.
Isn't that weird?
And I have people in London wanting a show in London. That'll tell you.
Oh, we could be.
I know.
Yeah,
We're going to
there's-
keep this in the podcast, no praising ourselves, even though we were going on about this, giving ourselves the ick. But you know what? It gives us a chance before we finish up to thank all the listeners so far.
Yeah, sure,
And-
we're nearly sold out.
And we're nearly sold out in the show. But even thank people all for the podcast, the love of the podcast.
Yeah, I like, just to fucking listen to both myself and Brenda.
Yeah,
And, like,
ranting on.
yeah, and like it's not a job. Like we do this for, I don't know, just keep you all.
Just keep you going.
Keep you all going,
But I think
yeah.
that's what it is as well. Like, I had a girl message me and she says she's insomnia and she can't sleep. She couldn't wait till Monday for a podcast that might help her sleep.
And then we have Thursdays as well, which
You
is
know, on
fabulous.
Thursday. Yes, the bonus episode and the live show. If you haven't bought your ticket, shame on you. Buy your ticket. We still have I think it's like 50 tickets or so.
50
It'll be
tickets,
less by the
yeah.
time Monday comes.
Yeah.
Opera House. We'll leave a link for it on the show notes. So yeah, that's it for this week. This is a lively one, a good one.
It was. And please subscribe and like because, as I said, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of effort that goes into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So from me, Brenda D.
And me, Julie Haynes. Thanks,
I
everyone.
thought you were going to say Julie H.
Julie Haynes. JH.
JH.
Over and out.
Over and out. Bye.